Hey guys, it's Holly. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I do a lot of cooking, travel, homeschooling, and motherhood videos. And today I am talking about homeschooling. We have already gotten into the homeschooling year, and if you're anything like me, you might already be just done with it. I know how it is at the beginning of the school year before it all starts up with homeschooling. We can get excited as parents and we can think this is going to be the greatest homeschooling year ever. And you have these brand new books and looking forward to digging into them and really teaching your kids. But then the school year starts up and you realize, where did my day go? Where did all the time go that I had in the summertime to get all the things done? In this video, I wanted to share with you some hacks that I have used as a homeschooling mom just to make life easier. And I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this gives you maybe even one new idea. And if you have some great hacks for busy homeschooling moms, can you put them in the comments below and let me know some tips and tricks that you use to make your life easier as a busy homeschooling mom? Let me get into it right now and share with you a few of the hacks that I use to make life easier. First of all, it's kind of a given. This isn't a hack or whatever, tips or tricks, but really the secret to just starting the day off is getting up a little earlier. And I know being homeschooling moms, we have the flexibility to start our day later, to sleep in. And I know a lot of moms, parents out there, they're not morning people. I can't say I am a morning person, but I find that those days that I get up a little earlier, get up before my kids, I really do enjoy that time that I have that's quiet. I like to start off my day, if at all possible, with some time in the Word, with some time just in prayer. I find that those mornings, I just have a little bit more peace going into all the chaos that's ahead. But if I could maybe even have 15 minutes of quiet time before people start getting up and asking me questions, just have that extra time in the morning, it really helps start the day off well. It is a given if you can get up a little earlier every day, earlier than your kids, if best. And I know some kids wake up so early that it's almost impossible to wake up before them, but I do find that that helps. Or maybe even if the kids are up, but you can wake up a little earlier than you normally do and just go into a quiet room, a room that no one is going to bother you for the first 15-20 minutes of your day to just really prepare yourself for a busy day. Let's get that out of the way. Getting up early, kind of a given. But now I'm going to get into some more practical things here. One of the things that I do throughout the school year, as far as keeping things easier with, the daily meals and stuff, is I use a lot of disposable plates. I am really big on paper plates for my kids for breakfast and lunch. Now, dinner is a different story, but breakfast and lunch, that's going to interfere with our school time, and I don't want more dishes to do. So I always buy, when I go to Costco, you can buy in bulk, get a whole bunch of paper plates. Paper bowls too, if your kids are big on cereal. Now, the utensils I don't really get into as much because usually those are pretty easy to throw in the dishwasher. I understand dishes in general, you can just throw in the dishwasher. But I find that even that takes up extra time in the day for me to load the dishwasher or even try and have my kids load the dishwasher. If I can simplify our day just a little bit by doing paper plates for breakfast and lunch, they help immensely. So a little thing that you can maybe add into your day to make life a little easier. As far as our day goes with homeschooling and everything, typically by the afternoon, I should have some time to have a little rest. I mean, not necessarily a nap, but just time to myself, time for me to just do anything I would need to do as a mother. But at the same time, I really don't want to have a whole lot of chores to look forward to at the end of our school day. Like say we finish up our school around lunchtime. Well, I don't want to then start getting into a project necessarily. Now, why I'm even talking about this is I am talking about getting a little bit of a head start early in the morning with things that you're typically going to end up doing later in the afternoon into the evening. And those things are going to be laundry and preparing your dinner. So as far as laundry goes, I like to get that started first thing in the morning. I do probably, I don't know how many loads of laundry a week, but let's just say about 3 days a week. Let's just say Monday, Wednesday, Friday are big laundry days for me where I do maybe 1, 2, or even 3 loads someday. But I will make it a goal to get that very first load of laundry in as early as I can, because you know how it works with the whole laundry cycle. If you wait until lunchtime to start your first load of laundry, you're folding laundry way into the evening. Well, I try my best, and maybe it's that 15 minutes I have in the morning, when I'm getting up early, to get that first load in. Not that it takes 15 minutes, but you know what I mean. Just focus on getting that laundry in as early as possible. And I always have my kids help me with it as far as the switching out. So as soon as the washer's done, I let one of my kids know, okay, whose turn is it? I mean, sometimes they volunteer, sometimes I have to ask them, but at least I get it going so that way the laundry's all washed. And yes, I do end up having to fold it all, usually after lunchtime when we're done with the big part of our homeschooling. But that is still much better than folding laundry right before dinner or even after dinner. I never want to have laundry to do after dinner. So that is always going to be a big thing for me, is getting a head start on the laundry. Another thing I get a head start on is the dinner prep, because again, at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I don't know, whenever you would start maybe making a meal for a 5 or 6 o'clock dinner, I do not want to start late in the afternoon. By that time, I'm just kind of wiped out. I usually like to do maybe some office work later in the afternoon, or maybe even read, if I get the opportunity to just have a little relaxation before dinner time. Because dinner time, as a family of 6, is a big deal for us. It involves a good hour of our day to sit down and then clean up everything afterwards. And, we don't like to necessarily rush through dinner. It's always going to be a time where we can sit down as a family and even visit. My husband and I will catch up on the day or whatever. So needless to say, I do a lot of early cooking. Now, how am I supposed to be doing early cooking when I'm homeschooling? Simple solution: crock pots. Crock pots are such a great invention. I use my crock pot, I would say 90% of the time. I'm telling you, crock pots are a lifesaver for so many moms, so many parents out there, to make easy dinners, to make dinners that are really fail-proof. It's like you can't overcook something like you can in the oven. I know a lot of times if you want to just throw something in the oven, you really have to keep an eye on it because you don't want to overcook it. But the crock pot, slowly cooking meat, cooking soup. I have a whole list of crock pot meals. I have an entire playlist if you want to go check it out. It's called Easy Meals for Busy Moms, and I swear by these meals. They're all easy to make. They're all pretty healthy. And, they are liked by at least my kids. My family enjoys these meals. And just the fact that I can get them started in the morning. Usually, the kids are maybe working on something independently, and I could throw everything in the crock pot and just let it slowly cook throughout the day. And then come dinner time, voila. I'm not going to have to then break up my afternoon at 4 o'clock and start a whole meal prep. It is pretty much done. I mean, sometimes I do add things, a salad, maybe a side, but for the most part, the main course is cooked. Yes, crock pots I use 90% of the time for our meals, especially during the school year when I don't have a lot of time to, invest in a big meal. Now, I understand if you really enjoy cooking and you enjoy that time before, maybe you cook with your kids too as part of their homeschooling. But for me, I'm not really at that stage of life right now where I have my kids all pitch in with making the meal. I like to just get something done early, and it is great for later in the day. So that is another hack that I use to make life easier, and that is utilizing my crock pot and making something early on the day and just freeing me up. And going along with just making life easier is doing a lot of meal prepping, making a lot of frozen dinners, like you would do for a friend who just had a baby or just got out of the hospital. A lot of moms will do that at home. They will have maybe a whole Saturday where they will make a lot of frozen meals. Now, I don't necessarily do that myself, but I think it is a great idea, and it just saves you so much time, to then just have a meal all ready to pull out on one of those busy homeschooling days that you made whatever weeks ago, and It's gonna stay nice and fresh in the freezer until you take it out, thaw it, and cook it. Anyways, that's just another thing you can add to making life easier. Another thing that I have found so helpful in making life easier for a homeschooling mom, and that is the older kids teaching the younger kids. And I did an entire video on this. I shared how my older kids basically taught my youngest all throughout preschool and a lot of kindergarten. If you have younger kids and you want to start working with them on preschool work, or they've already gotten into kindergarten or even first grade, if you have younger kids and older kids, let the older kids help with the homeschooling. I mean, I know the older kids might be busy with their own school, but if there's a way to work it into your schedule and let your older kids step up, it is not only great for you as a parent to then, have a little bit more time to work with each of your kids, but it's also great for those older kids. It's great for them to have this responsibility of teaching. Oh my gosh, I just felt like it was such a great opportunity to have all of my older kids step up and take on some of the teaching responsibilities to the younger kids, because they knew all this stuff, and my older kids can read really well, so they can do all the reading, reading instructions to the younger ones. It mainly was my two oldest working with my youngest. Overall, it is great for everybody. Great for the mom to have this extra time, and great for the kids to work together, to learn teaching skills, and it really builds their self-confidence as well as future teachers, maybe to their own kids. That is another thing that I found very helpful with homeschooling. And another thing that goes along with the older kids teaching the younger kids, that is getting your kids more involved with just a lot of the daily stuff. And I mentioned this before with, having my kids help out with the laundry and having them put clothes from the washer to the dryer, from the dryer to the basket. Those little things are so helpful. Anything you can do to help your kids step up around the house. As a homeschooling mom, you still have a home to take care of. There's going to be chores. These things, you don't want to just leave everything until Saturday. I mean, maybe you can. It's fine if that's what you enjoy doing and it works better for your schedule. But if you can, get your kids involved with helping with the housework. Start small. Have them start by dusting, and then when they're big enough, have them vacuum, have them sweep, mop the floor. My kids over the years have really been growing into doing a lot more of the chores until I pretty much want them to take over most of them. Now, I'm not looking to have my kids be slave labor or anything like that. I just want to teach them to do these chores because that's what my parents did with me. When I was a teenager, I remember my siblings and I did almost all the chores. And of course, we got paid. We got our allowance, and my kids get the same thing. It's not slave labor. It is teaching the kids. It is teaching them life skills, because someday when they are off on their own, they need to know how to take care of a home. They need to know how to clean a toilet, how to wash dishes, how to fold and put away laundry, and make meals. So as parents, whether you homeschool or you don't homeschool, it is important to have your kids get more involved in the housework. Now, I don't know, maybe if you have a lot of money, you can just afford to have somebody come and clean the house, do all of that. If your kids are lucky, they'll always be able to afford to pay someone to do it. But that's not really a good lesson to teach the kids. We need to teach our kids how to take care of their own home. And this is not only the perfect opportunity to do it, but it also helps with freeing up you moms, you parents out there who are busy with teaching your kids at home. If you can have some time freed up with all the stuff that you have to do around the house by getting your kids involved with helping with it, it'll really be a game changer. It'll be not only great for you, but it will be great for your kids to learn these life skills. Now, this is something that a lot of parents will use with their homeschooling when they're just getting burned out. And that is just changing things up a little bit, changing up maybe the scheduling, changing up even a curriculum. I don't really change our curriculum that much. That's usually not the problem. A lot of times for us, it's just a matter of doing things at a better time of the day. I don't really like changing things up too much, but if need be, that needs to be the case. If there are burnouts, there might need to be breaks too. There might need to be times when you just need to take the day off and just tell the kids, we're homeschooled, we're flexible, we need to take the day off. Now, that's not exactly a hack either. That's just an advice for times when you're just feeling a little overwhelmed. Now, hopefully, it's the beginning of the school year right now. Hopefully, people aren't totally burned out. I am mainly here today just to share a few things that we use in our homeschooling to just make life easier. Again, if you have any ideas that you use to make your life easier as a homeschooling parent, I really hope that you would put down your ideas in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or got anything out of it, please hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching, and may you have a beautiful day.